this lesson should get you ready for your upcoming quiz. So I just kind of doodled on here. I didn't type it all up, so I typed up the problems anyway. So this is your quiz will look just like this. So we're going to solve here. So first we're going to subtract 3 and then divide by 5 and we get 11. Okay, so that one's 11. All right, this one here. Now there's a couple ways to do it. Most of you guys distributed that 4 through, and that's an okay way. And then just don't forget you got to put 4 times -5, also -20. So we're going to go plus 20 and then divide by 4. Okay, so when we divide by 4 we get 80 divided by 4 is 20. Okay. Remember, you can stop this video, rewind it, so if I'm going kind of fast, you can just stop it or rewind it, okay? Alright, here's the next one here. Now, what I like to do on these ones here, you guys, is put the x on the left, so I have a 5x on the right. I'm going to subtract 5x on both sides. And I got a 2 on the left, so I'm going to plus 2 to both sides, okay? So here's the minus 5x, and we'll add 2 to both sides, and we'll get 39. And we divide both sides by -5 and we get -39/5. Okay? Alright, so let's put the 5 through the parentheses. So we get 5t minus 35 equals -7 plus t. Okay, so I'm going to put that plus t and go minus t under the 5t, and I'm going to go plus 35 under the 7, the -7. And -7 plus 35 is 28, okay, and then 5t minus 1t is 4t, and then so divide in there and you get 7, t is 7, okay? Alright, sorry about the messiness, you guys. I just decided at the end to slap this up together and put it up there for you. So this your quiz looks just like this, just different numbers. Okay, distribute the 9 through, so 9 times 7 is 63, plus 63 to both sides. And then we're going to divide. 9 goes into 44. We can't have calculators, you guys, so 9 goes into 44 16 times. So the answer is 16. Sorry, I accidentally wrote 54. Hi, Mossy, come on in. I'm putting a video online, so I'm still talking a little bit, but you're welcome to come on in, son. Okay? Okay, no biggie. I'm just talking through this. We're doing a review quiz I'm putting online for the kids. So, all right, so list the terms, you guys. Okay, terms are separated by plus signs. So if we rewrote that, minus 27y is plus a negative 27y, and then plus a -8. The terms that are separated by the plus signs are the negative 10x and the negative 27y and the -8. Now you don't need to write plus those like that. So here the terms here are 17p, -5/9 q, 8, and -6. Whoops, there's a z right there, -6z. Let's put that in there. I forgot to put the z with that. Okay, all right. Okay, so here the coefficients are the numbers that are in front of the variables. There's only 2 coefficients here, you guys, because that -8 doesn't have a variable. So the coefficients are -10 and -27. And then on this one, the coefficients, the only one that doesn't have a coefficient is that +8. So the coefficients are the 17. Don't write 17p, it's just the number that's in front of the variable. So 17, -5/9, and -6. Those are the coefficients. All right, so Joan sold 15 t-shirts for a total of $300. What was the price of each shirt? So I let x equal the price or the cost, and so since there was 15, then we had 15 of them. 15x is 300, and then divide by 15, and 15 times 2 is 30. So 15 times 2 with the 0 is going to be 3 with the 30 with the 0. So it's anyways, it's 20. $20 each. Always answer it in the context of the question. That x equals 20. I was asking my kids, what's 20 mean? Does it mean jelly beans? Does it mean tanks? What's it mean? It's $20. Okay, cost of the shirt. All right, sorry about the small print, you guys. I can't make it bigger without having it go off the screen here. It says the scale on a map of California shows that 1 inch represents 10 miles. The actual distance from Knight's Landing to Williams is 180 miles. The map, so on the map, how many inches is that? So what I did is I set up a ratio. So I said 1 inch to 10 miles, and since inches are on top, we have to make sure that that 180 miles goes on bottom just like the 10 miles did. And then we can cross multiply. When you have a fraction that equals a fraction, you can cross multiply. So we get 10x equals 1 times 180, or 180, and so 10 goes into 180 18 times. Again, 18 what? 18 pencils, 18 paper clips. No, here it's 18 inches, okay? All right, here it says given x is less than y. So what I did is I just let x equal 1 and y equals 2. And then plug in x equal 1, y equal 2 to each expression to see which one is bigger. And you'll find out that the right one is the bigger one. Okay, just be careful. It says x is less than y. So assign a smaller number for x than for y. All right, so solve the formula. Okay, and the student said, how do I solve this for m? I said, what's next to the m? And they said a parentheses. I said, well, what does a parentheses mean? It means multiply. So what do you do besides what's opposite of multiply? And that's division. So we're going to divide both sides by x minus x sub 1. Oops, I forgot to close that parenthesis right there. So x minus x sub 1 right there. Sorry, that's a rotten parenthesis. So when we divide both sides by that, then we get this cancels over here. We get m equals this over this. That's what this says. Okay, that's the answer. All right, so we're going to use that answer to solve for this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is plug in I forgot what color I chose. I think I chose this color. So this is x, so that's going to go right there. This is the first y, that goes right there. X sub 1, I'm going to put 5 in right there, and then y sub 1 is 0. I'm going to put that in right there. Okay, and so we get negative 6 minus 0 over 8 minus 5, which is negative 6 over 3, which is negative 2. All right. Okay, so here Nirupa bought 5 plants for $P each and a bench that cost 6 times as much as each plant. So that should say she spent. That's a she. Nirupa is a she name, so sorry about the misspelling. She spent a total of $220. How much did each bench cost? Okay, so I'm going to let P equal the cost of each plant. Okay, so since she bought 5 plants, then that counts for 5P. And since the bench costs 6 times as much as a plant, that's going to be 6P. So we spent 220. That means 5P plus 6P equals 220. And so that's 11P equals 220. So 11 goes into 22 2 times. So it goes into 22 with a 0, 2 with a 0, or 20. Okay, so what's P stand for, you guys? P stands for the cost of each plant. So the bench is 6 times that. So it says the bench is 6 times that, so it's going to be $120. All right, you guys, good luck on your quiz. Take care.